Good morning, party people. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of, I don't know, I keep forgetting what we decide. Is it car musings? I have no idea. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. It's another early morning, folks. Let me tell you, it's fun. So, you know how everything happens in threes? It's really weird. I mean, from my experience, everything happens in threes. I had my APC battery backup for my computer. Boom. It's alarming. It needs replacing. One of my hard drives in my computer, in my NAS, boom, needs to be replaced. Wouldn't you know it, last but not least, the seal on the front door of my clothes washer, boom, it decides it wants to leak and pour all over the place. Oh, friggin' tell ya. Just the worst time. Worst time from, shit to break. Right? All these expenses coming in at once. Life is just freaking expensive. And that's basically what I want to talk about today. It's just like, we work our tails off, we work our asses off, we try really hard, and there's just no breaks, it seems, There's no breaks, it seems, when it comes to the world and money and stuff. And it's just the biggest downside for people, I find, when it comes to trying to live a great life. I mean, yeah, I know the North American culture is a little different than the European culture. They live life a little more, engage a little more in the work life balance. But I'm just going to tell you from a working person's kind of perspective. I've been working since, shoot, I used to have a paper route when I was a kid, you know. Then moving forward, I had other jobs, and then part-time jobs, and then full-time jobs. I mean, I've done my time with working, but it's just the cost of life in general. You know, money is just an interesting thing. So basically, what I want to talk about is a few things when it comes to this. It seems the only way you're going to make money is if you scam people out of their money. Unfortunately, it is what it is, right? And I guess maybe I have that side in me, that integrity side that, likes to be fair, likes to play by the rules. And people are like, "Oh, you'll never succeed if you do that." At the end of the day, I still got to live with myself, right? I still have to be able to look myself in the mirror and go, "Huh, I'm a good person. I did good things. I lived wholesomely, etc., etc., etc." I still have to live with myself at the end of the day. When it comes to all that. Well, because I have a conscience. I'm not a psychopath, and that if you are, it's nothing to be proud of. But I'm not one of these people that is completely engaged in, me. I'd like to think of the bigger goodness, the overall, you know, what can we do to help the masses, not just the individual. Because unfortunately, we live in a world where people are just caring about the individual. They're entitled, they're special, they're this, they're that, and they don't mind taking from you if it makes their life more comfortable. They don't mind stepping on you and taking from you and, completely, um, robbing you blind if it's something that they're going to benefit from and put in their pocket. And it's a sad state of affairs when it comes to that. Like, I sit back and I wonder many times, maybe I should just be a crook. Maybe I should just swindle people. Maybe I should just, be a con artist and scam people, and live high in the hog, so to speak. But can I? Could I truly live with myself at the end of the day when it comes to that? I don't think I could. I just don't think I could rest easy knowing that, I've done that to somebody. I think it would just bother me. I think it would just not sit right with me. This is why I like doing careers and jobs and everything else that help people. They understand the value in it, and they're willing to pay for the service. You yeah, I'm tired. So man, oh man, oh man. So now I'm in this career as I'm in now. You know, in the advisor type role, trying to convince people that hey, you know, the service I have, you need protect yourself, protect your life, protect you. You know. You know, I think of a million and one excuses why I don't need that. A million and one freaking excuses. Oh, I don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need that. Oh, I'm fine. I am invincible. You're not, first of all. But okay, we'll go with that. You know, you want to be invincible, be invincible. You think you're invincible, great. You think you don't need some sort of insurance, some sort of safety net, okay, that's on you. Where the hell do you meet people? You roll up to anybody these days, it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna scam me. You're gonna scam me, I know it. You're just gonna pull a fast one on me and take my money. That's exactly what people are gonna think these days. So I don't know how these bastards are succeeding when it comes to being in this industry, unless it's of course not about protecting yourself, but more so about oh, can we make more money, right? Can we make more money? Can we make more money? That's pretty much it. And I can understand why a lot of people switch to gears to that capacity. So, you know, being an insurance advisor, yeah, okay, that's one thing. Being an insurance advisor is one thing. It's interesting. I can see the need for the protection when it comes to life, when it comes to all this stuff like that. A lot of people don't see that though. I don't know why they don't see that. I see that. Why there's an importance? Of course, there's an importance. Because when shit hits the fan, at least you know that yourself or your family members are protected. But if you don't see that, then you just see you're spending money each month. Why am I spending each month? I'm not getting anything for it. People don't see the tangibility of the fact is you pay this, shit hits the fan, you're covered, right? See, people it doesn't register with them. They just see money going out. They don't see anything coming back in. Unfortunately, a financial bracket. Oh, you give me money, I put it to work for you. You make more money. People see that. People can monitor that, and that seems to be more appealing. But they don't understand putting it together in the sense that, okay, so there's the money aspect, and then there's the safety to protect that money aspect. That's the thing. You know, they just see, okay, I'm making money, so that's the financial side of things. And I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to have enough money that even if I lose the money or something comes up, I'll have enough to cover everything. This is this is where the misconception, this is where the misunderstanding comes from, and this is why people have a difficulty with the insurance side of things. Me, I'm frustrated as all fucking hell, excuse my language, but I changed this career to help people in the capacity that I'm getting into, you know, that I've been into the last 6 months. It's just like, damn it, I want to help people. But I ain't making a paycheck from this. No way in hell. Life is going up like crazy. Donald Trump's being a complete prick. Frankly, somebody should just take him out. You know, I'm not talking to dinner. And you got to make things right with the world because, you know, you have somebody like that that's just going to screw up the flow of things. Now, that's a topic for another show, but just saying, I understand people got to switch stuff up to make things better, but not when somebody comes in and is only self-serving. And that's what the Trump is all about. He's just wanting to line his own pockets. He doesn't care about the working class. He only cares about himself. It's unfortunate. Him shifting things are basically making the rules unfair and making the situation worse. Whereas the working person wants to be able to enjoy life more, they're basically turning them into slaves, mindless zombies. Is basically what Trump's goal is, but we're not getting into politics in this show. Bottom line is, when it comes to money, there should be a balance. There really should be a balance. But in order to crack the whip, in order to get everybody to play on board, is a different story, because people have a tendency to be greedy. They want more. They want easy street. How does the whole flow of money work? Think about this one. You have money, right? And you have money to be able to get the goods and services that you want, so you don't have to do anything, that you just are provided for. So here's seems to be the whole goal of money. The whole goal of money is, okay, I want money to be able to buy stuff. And I want money to be able to pay other people to do stuff for me so I don't have to. So I can sit around and do sweet bugger all and do whatever I want. Let's put it in a nutshell. That's pretty much what it is. It comes down to that whole thing of money, don't have to do anything, buy what I want, boom. Right? So that's the thing that gets me. That's the thing that, when it comes down to, that's pretty much all money is. But why is there not enough money to go around and a balance to go around that people don't have to worry about stuff? Worry about roof over their head. Worry about the basic necessities. There's all this debt we hear about. There's all this, there's all this that we hear about. And we constantly hear about this stuff. But the thing is that with all this, who do we owe it to? And where's this magic number? And why can't we just balance it out? Why can't we just sign off the debt like it's done, so people get on with their lives? You know, why is it that it's a growing number that constantly builds? Who do we owe this money to? You know, so in today's world, you can say, oh yeah, get a good education, you get a good job. That doesn't play true anymore. I know people with multiple university degrees that are still working at Starbucks. It's true. And I know people that are as dumb as freaking mud that have some really high paying jobs. And you sit back and you go, huh? That makes zero sense. But it's true. And some of the decision makers in the world are the ones that actually have those high paying jobs. And they're stupid. Whether it should be in those positions or not, for whatever reason. So I'm sitting at this point where I want to be able to help people. The more I help people, the more people I help, the more I can provide for my family. You know, I'm in a situation right now, every dollar is freaking sacred. Every single amount of money that we have, we're basically trying to stretch it so much, it's unbelievable. And guess what? The universe is saying, okay, you don't have enough friggin' struggles on you. We're gonna shit on you some more. Don't give me this, oh, I'll give you what you can friggin' handle. Bull frickin' shit. Give you what I can handle. I don't need the extra hundreds or thousands of dollars of expenses right now. Why can't you give me that scenario when when I actually have a steady source of income? No, can't give it to me then. No, you're gonna wait until I'm freaking down and out, and then you're gonna kick me some more. And that's the way life seems to be for a bunch of people. You know, trying to better yourself. Oh, I can't have that, because if you better yourself, you might get more than I do. Like, I don't know. So I'm in this position, in an advisor role, whatever, dealing with insurance, working towards finance, working towards all this shit, and I'm not paying the bills. You know, no community, no handouts, no freebies. You know, again, see the episode in perspective. You know, the people are oblivious to this. But anyways, I'm busting it. I'm doing what I can. I'm putting my word out. you know, and it's just, jeez, how many people do you have to meet to try to convince them of something that should be freaking logical and straightforward? How many people do you have to friggin' get their attention and go, listen, you need this motherfucker, buy it? It's like near impossible, you know. So I'm making plans. I'm making plans to contingency plans, I guess you could say. I need to do something. I need to have some sort of contingency plan. I need to have something to fall back on. I need to have something, that basically says, okay, excuse me, man, it's early mornings. Um, you need to fall back on something so I can pay the bills. You know, this week alone, I've already done the math on it. I'm spending like close to $1,000. That's like a good freaking chunk of, you know, what I have in the bank to live off of. To pay the rent, pay the bills, pay the foods. I don't have that coming in. I'm not one of these lucky bastards that swindled themselves into having, tons of stock and, tons of opportunity and everything else. I mean, I don't have that kind of shit. I have limited amounts that I could deal with, and it seems to be going faster than it's coming in. So, I'm making contingency plans. I'm figuring out, okay, this advisor bullshit role, I'm busting it. I'm humping it. I'm calling people. I'm texting people. I am getting the word out. I am letting people know. I am doing what I can. It's not coming back. So, screw it. I'm going to have to go work for somebody again. I mean, I got the chops to be good in business. I got the chops for that. I know I do. But where's the opportunity? Where's the friggin' opportunity in today's world? How do you convince people of you should get this, you should get that? You can't. Everybody's hurting right now because of the almighty dollar. You know, if we didn't have this kind of stuff to deal with, like money, you, the world would have so fewer problems. It really would. If there's nothing to steal or hurt somebody for, then what are you doing it for, right? If you're provided everything you need to live, a roof over your head, food in your stomach, why would you wouldn't, you'd have no reason. You'd have no reason, no incentive to commit crime. You'd have no reason to take from other people and steal and manipulate and do all this other crap. You wouldn't have any need for that because you have everything that you're provided for. That's why some of the most balanced societies are not worrying about this stuff. Money. It's it's friggin' root of all evil. I mean, I don't want billions. I would just like enough to not have to worry about whether or not I'm paying rent, and to be able to live a little more. I've never been given the opportunity. Hey, universe, give me the opportunity. Let me win a lottery, and we'll see whether or not that makes me a better person. Let's figure that one out. Anyways, you know what, my friends? If you have a job, this is what I'm going to say. Cherish it. Be happy you have it. Be happy you have an income. Live your life wholesome. Don't break the rules. Don't hurt anybody. Have some integrity. Just do that for yourself and for everybody. Just live a wholesome life. Earn a good paycheck. It's a crazy world we live in. It really is. But as I've always said, the only way we're going to survive this is that if we help each other. If we help each other and we're kind to each other. You know, help each other else where we can. If you have too much, share with people. That includes money. That includes food. That includes anything that you have in abundance. If you have the means to help other people that are struggling, then do so. I'm talking people that are struggling because of, you know, circumstances beyond their control. That's what I'm talking about. Not the people that didn't pre-plan, not the people that were idiots when it came to the decision-making process, not people that, were irresponsible with stuff. No, no, no. Genuinely people that set out to be on their own 2 feet, supporting themselves, trying to build a life. The people that truly intended to not have to rely on other people, but yet the universe decided to shit on them, help those friggin' people get to where they need to be so they can be self-sustained. Because there are some people that are just complete leeches. They're leeches, they are parasites, and it's a constant, doesn't matter how much money you throw at them, it's just going to be a constant thing. You're going to have to keep throwing money at them because they don't have the ability to do it on their own. What you want to do is you want to support the people that help them get back on their feet. Okay? Help them get them back on their feet. Get that structure behind them because then they are in a position that they can help others as well. That is, it's just a little extra oomph. It's not a, hey, I'm going to constantly have to support you. So if you have the ability to help people because you have more than you need, please do so. And send some my way, damn it. I just need a little bit of a buffer to be able to, you know, keep moving forward. I really do. I'm making plans. At the end of the year, if shit doesn't come around, I'm going to start working for somebody else again. But I got to make a bigger plan than that. I just can't stop on that one. I have to actually figure out some sorts of income that puts me on that bar of just existing, but to the bar of hey, go on vacation once a year, not have to worry about paying the bills. Okay, this breaks or this needs to be fixed. Boom, I can just do it. Anyways, people, make a plan. Live good, work good, get back to society. Do everybody a favor. Just do everybody a favor, and if you have a job, appreciate it. And whatever you do, don't be begging for tips. If your job's not paying you enough, time to find another job. Because if you knew the history of tips and how tips came around, you probably you think twice about investing so much into that, and then getting upset when people don't do it. That's not on them. That's on you, my friend. You are not owed anything, in this world. You have to work for it. And you can work your tail off, but a tip is a gratuity. It is something that is extra. It's not something that is deserved. Like, it's not something that you would get regardless. You give shitty service, you're not going to get any sort of, good stuff coming back. All right. But you can only decide what you're going to do. And if you're going to work, keep in mind there's going to be highs and lows, and take it for what it is. Just be happy you got a freaking job, because I don't. I don't. I'm supposedly own my own fucking business, but can't make ends meet. And I don't come from a family with money and stuff like that. I don't come from all that stuff. But I'm no stranger to work, and I'll probably have to get back to it. Working for somebody else. But that's another story. Anyways, money. If we could find a way to abolish it and find another system, I'm open to suggestions. So please send me a DM. Leave comments on my podcast or whatever the case may be. Reach out to me. I'd love to hear what other solutions you have other than money. I really would, because it's just I think it's a failed system. Anyways, I'm Rose Mad Morgan. By all means, feel free to check me out at themadmorgan.com. Doing some work on that, trimming it up, securing it, all that stuff. I know I got to be more constant, but I'm hoping these car musings get out there and get people wanting to come by and see the other main content. Like, oh yeah, what do we call that again? Bitter Truths Unboxed Radio. Great show. Okay, love you. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff, and I will see you next episode. Bye for now.